Yo! Video games.
Let's do PlayStation's list of Nico's favorite games. Has it aged well? Ridge Racer 1, I think it looks good, but it doesn't play super good.
To be honest, I never owned Cool Board.
Never owned a Cool Board? It's
But,
okay.
But I'll tell you another one. Another one that is similar along these regards.
Okay.
I'll find for you.
Has it aged well?
Well, has it aged well? Let me see. This is a very early game I got to.
The answer is no.
I'm sure you were super excited for Crash Bandicoot, right?
Oh, it actually was.
Yeah, that game was fun.
That was the moment I think the PS1 started to become more interesting.
Yeah, I remember I got my PlayStation. My PlayStation came from Costco, and it came with it was in that plastic. Like remember, like it had this that plastic you had to cut with like a chainsaw and stuff like that.
They don't put stuff in that anymore.
It was like so big. It was a PlayStation, and it had like Crash Bandicoot, and it was like this big giant plastic that you had to like, that you could literally cut yourself with because once you cut that plastic, it was like sharp as a
Extreme Games
as a razor.
ESPN Extreme Games.
Oh,
yeah.
ESPN.
Simmons knows this game.
But
I
got my PlayStation from Costco, and it was my god.
I love this game. I love when you run into stuff in this game. Your character just goes, it's just absolutely.
It's either ESPN Extreme Games or it's one Extreme.
You unlock the core memory. What memory is that?
But you
Slide.
can check the one too.
Oh,
It's already up there. Might be one Extreme. It got re-released when they lost the ESPN license. Nope.
But man, that
As
safety
Extreme.
plastic. And man, I used to be a console fanboy because like I remember
There it is.
I remember like I had the N64 before I had the PlayStation. So I'd like my friend had the kid in school had the PlayStation. I'm like, well, yeah, you got
The production of Sony Interactive Studios.
you have to load. I'm like,
This is one of the fat box games I have too.
like I can cook a hot pocket before your game loads.
It's the 90s. We're never gonna die.
Let's go skid on our BMXs.
It's gonna live forever.
Whoa! Oh my God!
skids.
So extreme. I remember you like when you crash in this game, your guy would just absolutely the biggest load of and like there are these gates that are like spread throughout the levels they have to go through, and if you just like you have to be really precise to get through one. If you're just ever so slight off, just
Street Luge, yep. This is the game that I played at the Blockbuster.
I think that's what Simmons' experience was with it too.
Yeah, no, same.
It was like everyone
Simmons
knows
was
that
in a
from
different
like a
place.
demo.
KB Games.
Dude, so here's
KB Toys.
So here's a funny story. Like we used to go like to this Blockbuster because like it was right. My school bus stop got like right across the street from a Blockbuster. So like as soon as we got off the bus, we just always go to the Blockbuster and like they'd have this. We play the game. We play, and one of the kids ended up stealing the PlayStation because the thing that the PlayStation was locked under.
Well, it is two-player.
It wasn't locked. It was like open. So we were just playing because he was one of the kids that hung out with us, and he ended up stealing it. And then like we came back and the PlayStation was
stormed it.
yeah. And then we came back
You put that over here, Nico.
and we came back and it was gone. And I'm like,
He bone stormed it.
and then like we were just like there, we were just like playing. Like the manager came up to us and is like, "Hey, where's your friend?" Like,
Oh, they were going after you?
They went after me, and I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "Yeah, the kid you always come here with." I'm like, "We just get off the bus, man, and we just want to play this game." Like, I don't know who that is.
Did you have dreadlocks at the time?
Yeah,
That's why he immediately targeted
I
you.
didn't have.
Guys,
is
which
like-
one of these incredibly cool characters would be pictured?
Wow.
Paul Dillon?
Paul
Or
Dillon.
how about Mo Howard? M.
Charles
Red.
Reed.
Deborah Wold.
She's hot.
Damn, she's so friggin'
sexy.
hot.
Oh,
Debbie.
Jesus.
Oh God.
Good God,
pick
Debbie.
her.
Pick Debbie.
Freaking heck. Okay, race. We're going to the beautiful fictional city of San Francisco.
Oh my God, I remember this. Okay, core memory coming back from YoVideogames.
Yeah.
We played this in old house.
Yo, video games, bro. I remember this when I was a kid, bro. I was literally getting off the school bus.
Here we go.
Here's the real problem with the game. The levels take forever and they're like impossible to win.
Dude, and like,
Yep.
yeah, they were luge.
You're ready. You're ready to listen to my guys when I like crash into something here. This is just like he just gives the biggest.
I have to crank it for the chat.
Here I am, doing everything
fine.
I can.
This is like, has it aged well in the same way that a Road Rash has?
This was the game that, this
Road
was
Rash
the
probably
exact
better.
game.
Maybe. Because there's battling.
And there's a guy in a luge. Yeah.
That's because it's extreme, Kenny.
This game looks a lot better than I remember
Look
seeing.
at
This little dickhead.
I think the HDMI is doing like wonders for the visuals in this.
Yeah. Oh god.
that guy just luged by you and just punched you.
I think
This game
everything-
controls like hot ass, by the way. And,
I think everything in the game is also 2D. Like, everything is flat and 2D.
Just a-
See, that happens all day. You're like, I'm gonna do it. I don't have enough speed.
This looks like a Game Boy Advance game.
Wow.
Yeah.
Turning with this guy is so like, oh, ow.
That's so.
Your butt. Cha-ching. Cha-ching.
You missed 1995, Chad. Yeah, that was the year Killer Instinct came out on SNES. It was a good year.
But is it as cool as
To be honest, there were so many other better games that came out.
Yeah, 95 was a
Then-
weird, like, in between the 3D eras.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
Hook him up. Kick him.
Yeah.
Kick him.
kick
Oh,
this
you
guy?
landed on him.
There's a kick.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Kick him.
Shit, I
Alright.
Trying to think of, like, when I got my Saturn. It must have been, like, 96.
I never got a Saturn, but I rented one time.
Yeah.
We had to like have my mom's friend like use the credit card
get out of here.
because like you had to have like a deposit kind of like to.
See, this will make you feel better, Simmons. Someone in the chat said, I was 18 in 1995.
There you
There
go.
you go.
There we
There you go.
That's an oldie but goodie.
Getting close to us.
Damn.
And
That
really,
collecting Social Security.
how far off
Jesus Christ.
was that person from us in 1995? Realistically, not that far
Not
off.
that far off.
2 moves.
Shush.
Oh, what the? Sideswipe.
And then somebody else rebuttals. I was born in 95.
95 had a lot of great games. Just not necessarily on PlayStation.
This was definitely not one of them.
This was not one of them.
That person that was born in 1995 is about to turn 30 pretty soon.
I'm not gonna lie though, I did play this game a lot when I was younger. Because I didn't have much, to be honest.
Well, like, that was the thing.
Played what you had.
You played what you had when you were kids, man. There's no Game Pass, bro. Or you got lucky and you rented something. Like renting was, oh man.
Stupid ass
Bitch.
skateboard. You just punch the people wearing.
Oh!
Not dead.
Not dead!
Alive.
Keep going! Oh! Don't hit me!
Oh, dead.
So,
I wish this was a real sport in San Francisco.
I know, me too. You was slugging the out of each other, leaping through gates.
There's never been this few cars on the road in San Francisco.
Yeah, it used to be wall-to-wall traffic.
I've never been to San Francisco, but imagine it looks exactly like this.
Yeah. Except there's.
One of the most realistic depictions of San Francisco is Crazy Taxi, because you'll get wall-to-wall traffic when the game doesn't want you to win.
It's time for you to lose. Ka-ching!
We need a lot of angry homeless people just yelling and screaming at you.
Oh, there's a kick. That's right. I gotta
Yeah,
kick.
see, there's
I
a
gotta
kick.
kick the shortcut.
Yeah, there you go.
Just fucking.
So,
I'm trying to think of other games that have they aged well on PS1. Crash Bandicoot, we know, has aged well.
But that's
still,
also a year into this.
it's true. It's
Mostly.
still good.
Crash
I mean-
1, you weigh like 300 pounds and fall like
You gotta
so
be
fast.
real, even on PlayStation 1 games, even if it was late gen, early gen, none of those jet motos are going to convince you that
Gen
they
motos,
aged well.
no.
Like, they're all trash, dude.
What about RE?
Resident Evils, have they aged well? There are some that have not, like Dead Aim and stuff like that. Survivor.
RE 1 and 2.
Resident Evil 1, has it aged well? We should
One,
find
two,
out.
and-
No, 1 or 2.
RE1.
It's got its jank charm, but aged well.
2 has
being,
1.
For being real, that's not one
And
did not.
to be real, by aged well, here's my definition of aged well.
You're
If
almost
you
got-
fire it up now, are you going to play it and enjoy it? Could you actually just sit here and play this whole game?
The whole game?
Or a good chunk.
whole game would show
Like
a
this,
one
we're
go.
obviously not playing very much beyond this first level. The same thing.
Does this race ever end?
No!
Ridge Racer is
That's
kind of
what
the
I'm
same
telling you,
thing,
man.
where it's like Destruction Derby, a game that you remember being super sick,
Yeah.
but then you play it now, you're like, okay, I'm done.
It sucks.
I'm kind of done. I'd argue Resident Evil 1 is kind of playable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can still play
kind of
through it.
playable.
You
I think
get
it's
to
aged
say it.
fine.
You get to hear the original line of, oh, you almost got turned into a chill sandwich.
Yeah, like that kind right? Resident Evil 2 is a no argument. The game is aged beautifully. It's still fun, right? That's not even an argument to be had.
People play randomizer that all the time still.
Yes,
Like,
it's still great. RE3 is like, yeah, it's RE2, but not as good.
oh my god, it's the end.
Yeah, it's over.
I'm gonna kill Scott.
This guy just lying down.
Yeah. And it's over.
9th place.
I got 70 extreme
You missed
bucks.
9 games.
Extreme dollars.
Extreme dollars.
Those like
Ooh,
dollars.
I think that's a good question. I mean, Metal Gear 1, we all know is going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
That's
yes.
Twisted Metal.
No.
No.
You don't think so? Because you
I
guys
think-
like Twisted Metal. I
I
did.
think
Later
Twisted Metal-
ones.
I think
Later
Twisted Metal
ones.
1 will
The
actually
later
be
ones are a
okay.
little bit better.
Are you telling me you have to
One
wait? You have to wait
okay
till
at
Twisted
best.
Metal Black for them to get good?
No, more like 2 or yeah. Bitch 98 was way better.
Yeah.
True.
Air Guys aged
What I
well.
think this is the quality of the game.
I wonder, what would we find that has? I'm trying to think of one for me. What has aged well?
FF7.
I mean, no, I'm not going to do FF7.
I just realized that was the Retro Fighter control. Actually, back to that too.
Like, you
Isn't
know,
it
the
great?
fighting
It's
games?
awesome, yeah.
The fighting games have aged well. Because they're pretty good.
Not to Shinden.
No.
Not
Yeah,
Toshinden.
Battle
But like the
Lance are
Capcom. The Capcom ones. Like, you know,
Sure, but those are arcade.
Tekken 3 is obviously aged well, chat. Obviously. Mega Man X4, one of the best friggin' obviously is aged well. You gotta understand, we're looking for the ones that, like, we don't know. Like, has Gex aged well?
Legend of Dragoon is still good.
Gex-
I don't know
Gex
about that.
1, oh boy. Gex 2, I'd almost say. I remember playing that a lot.
You know what?
I played a lot of Gex.
Chat
Jail
has
time.
Chat has a good one.